this third day of the Canadian Conference Catholic Bishops Plenary Assembly, the bishops started their day with Mass, as we always do, to ask the Holy Spirit to guide us in our reflection. The bishops met today in language sector, so the French-speaking bishop met in the morning and the English-speaking bishops in the afternoon. We do that at least once during the plenary because we're facing sometimes different realities and we need to discuss that by language sector.
So as the English sector met today, we discussed issues that touch upon parish life, especially the area of catechesis, Catholic education. We're really wanting to promote catechesis for the family and to strengthen those who have the first responsibility of teaching the young. We also touched upon aspects of liturgy, how we can enhance the proclamation of the gospel. So the new lectionary is coming out. We also talked about the new hymnal. So recognizing that music in the liturgy is something that is part of our rich tradition, and they will want to make sure that that's part of our celebrations of the Eucharist. Finally, we also touched upon Catholic healthcare, the importance of palliative care, our continued stance in opposition to medical assistance in dying or euthanasia. And so I think it was a robust and very fruitful discussion today at the English sector.
During the meeting of the French-speaking sector, the bishops received two main reports. The first one was from the Episcopal Commission for Liturgy and Sacraments, and so Bishop Daniel Jaudoin gave a report. Mainly, he did make an update about the work of revision made for the ritual of marriage, some Eucharistic prayers, and also he talked about the meetings that have happened with the French-speaking sector with the diocesan person in charge of liturgy. So he noticed that there's a tendency of decreasing of resources in the French-speaking area, even though it's dynamic. And so it was also an occasion to talk about liturgy in the light of the Synod and also about the needs for liturgical formation. A second report was given with the French-speaking sector. It was coming from the Episcopal Commission for the translation of the liturgical books. And so it was more Bishop Serge Poitras who just kind of made an update, and mainly he was sharing with us the big work that is going on right now for the translation of the breviary, with taking into account also the new translations of the lectionary.
Il y a aussi un autre livre que je vous encourage à vous procurer.
Now, both groups, French-speaking and English-speaking group, talk about also the seminaries in Canada. So Bishop Boissonneau says some few words about the English sector, and also he presented the progress of the ad hoc committee on the implementation of the national ratio for the English language seminary. And then Bishop Mark Pelcha from the English-speaking sector presented also his report about three French-speaking seminaries, one in Montreal, one and two in Quebec. And it's nice to know, just as statistics, that there's about, for the French-speaking sector, 20 seminarians right now, some in internship, some other studying theology. And at the end, both groups, the French-speaking language and English-speaking, they met together to welcome a special visitor in the person of Archbishop Ivan Jurkovič. It's the Apostolic Nuncio in Canada. So he came to visit the Canadian bishops during their plenary assembly, and he addressed a personal message to them. And afterward, the bishops were very happy to welcome him to a fraternal meal for dinner.